My husband and I decided after 7 years of being together to start our family. We were the healthiest that we could have been, and we were very excited to start our family. We had built our home, started a business, and we thought that with our child, the worst thing that would happen is maybe they have type 1 diabetes because it runs in my family, and we were prepared for that. And a 20-week routine ultrasound, that day we learned that they couldn't get good images of his heart, but everything else was measuring normal. So we went back 2 weeks later and they still couldn't get good images, and we were referred to a high-risk OB doctor. And they told me that we would need genetic counseling, a high-risk OB, a pediatric cardiologist. When we left the hospital, we left with a diagnosis written on a napkin of hypoplastic left heart syndrome, left for us to try to figure out what that meant.
Did some research online, which didn't seem to work out. We didn't know what we were in for. So just mentally trying to be prepared for anything.
We would have a planned birth in Boston, and our options were either a 3-staged open heart surgery or a full heart transplant. With medical advances, we were very hopeful with the 3-staged open heart surgery that he would be able to beat the odds. And at 7 days old, he had his first major open heart surgery. They had told us he was sicker than he should be and that he needed to stay in the hospital because we lived too far away. So we lived there, and he was one of the youngest babies to have the 2nd stage surgery at just 2 months of age. And then his next procedure was not until he was 9 months old, and we had a lot of good months here, learning what he liked and how to help him grow. And then at 2.5, he had his 3rd major open heart surgery. By the age of 3, we were told that there was nothing more they could do at that point surgically, and he needed to be transferred to the heart transplant team. Until he was 9 years old, we were clinically managed with medications and cardiac catheterizations and labs. He did phenomenal. And then at 9 years old, we were admitted to the hospital, and we were told we would probably do like a 10-day workup and get us back home. During those 10 days, he didn't really improve, and they kept us. Once we were there, we had a lot of fun playing with the nurses. We made a lot of friends. We were transferred to the cardiac ICU, and he had a unexpected major open heart surgery, which was his 4th, and they put a VAD into his right ventricle. He did not have a left. He had some rapid declines that we weren't expecting, and it was very scary at the time. And so we realized we needed a heart, and we needed it pretty soon. The typical wait is 4 to 6 months for his age, his size, and we didn't know that we had that amount of time. So we started promoting for organ donor awareness, and we got the word that he got a new heart, and so we were very excited, but he was not in a good place, so we didn't know, what the outcome would be with the heart transplant. He didn't think it was a good day for him personally. He had just been through a lot of pain. He's like, I think I need to heal first. We're like, we're going for this, and so he said, okay, and he did phenomenal. We were so proud of him. From a standpoint of a 9-year-old, he doesn't know any different. He has been living his whole life with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, so the day-to-day to him is normal.
We don't know normal. We don't know what it's like to raise a normal, healthy child. So everything's an accomplishment.
Since having the heart transplant, he has felt so much better that he didn't even know he would feel. So when he was admitted and being told like, oh, you'll be able to run faster and you won't get as tired easily, and he said, I don't think so. And now he's feeling the effects of it, and it's been completely amazing to watch and experience.
Amazing. Schooling's doing well with schooling, eating well. His height and weight are, he's growing and gaining weight. So he's just thriving.
After our son was born and the care that he received, the surgeries that saved his life, we wanted to make sure that every baby had a fighting chance like him. So we went for legislation to advocate for all babies in the state of New Hampshire to make sure that every baby left the hospital tested for the 7 critical congenital heart defects. We met with our local representatives, and they wanted to name it after Parker, so it's called Parker's Law. And in 2012, we got a law passed called Parker's Law that tests for the 7 critical congenital heart defects in New Hampshire. And we wanted to make sure that everyone had the chance that our son had been given, and we wanted to make sure that we could advocate for others after our experience of not knowing. So for the past 10 years, we have gotten proclamation from the governor of New Hampshire. It's been 3 different governors for CHD awareness, where we do kiosks, we do awareness brochures, we try to help navigate families that may be leaving the doctor's office with a similar diagnosis and not sure what path to take. And we try to promote CHD awareness so that people aren't as lost as we were, and to help fund for research and hopefully one day come up with a cure for this.
If I were to describe Parker to someone, I would say he's a resilient, mentally strong child that has endured more than most ever do in their lives. I think he's going to become a stronger person as a result of it.
What a whole heart has done for him is unmeasurable, and how healthy he is today, you can't put into words what a gift we've been given. And the research that has been done, the medical advances, all of the things that we've been so fortunate to have changed our lives forever.
Thank you for coming to the hospital.